Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Elyse, and today we are going to be talking all about glowy, natural, hydrated skin using only products from the drugstore. Let's get right to it. So the first thing you're going to want to be doing before anything else is you need a good base, because as the weather changes, you need to make sure that you're adjusting your products. Your skin is going to react differently in the summer as it does in the winter. We all know that in the winter, our skin gets dry, it's dehydrated, it doesn't look the same. That's your first step of having glowy, hydrated, plump looking skin in the winter. So the first thing you want to be doing is priming your skin. There are a couple different options that you can do for this. So whether you want to use just like a priming lotion, you can use a priming setting spray. There are so many good options for this. I actually find myself, because I tend to have oily skin, even though it feels a little bit more dehydrated in the winter, I will use a mattifying primer underneath my glowy foundation and then set it with a dewy setting spray. This is really good for the oily girls out there because it's going to prevent you from like your foundation breaking up because of the oils. You're not going to look oily by the end of the day. You're going to look glowy. You know, there's a difference. So we'll start by applying that. Now that your face is primed and ready, you're going to want to give it a couple minutes to soak into the skin. Some primers work really well right away after applying it, but I find most primers take a couple minutes just to absorb into the skin. You're going to get a much better wear out of your primer. You're going to find that the rest of your makeup sits significantly better on top of it as well. Next up, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using our foundation. I love the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. This is a oldie but a goodie. It's a cult favorite, and I don't like it as much in the summer because my skin does get a lot more oily, but for the winter, this is gold, and I actually like this product significantly more than any high-end product. So what you're going to do is start by applying a light layer, and then we're going to build it up with concealer or a little bit more product where we need it, but less is more when it comes to a natural glowy makeup. Okay, so already I'm pretty sure you can see that my skin is looking really healthy, it's looking really glowy, and just really natural and lively again. It's not a full coverage foundation. That's something to know. It is about a medium covered foundation. So what you're going to want to do is we're going to go in now with concealer, and we're going to conceal any spots. I do have a couple just on my like chin and cheeks, just, you know, hormonal breakouts, but we're going to cover that in. For concealer, I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This one is my tried and true. It's my all-time favorite. I use stuff. It's a really great natural finish. It covers really well. It doesn't look heavy. So we're going to go around and spot conceal, and then we'll hit the under eyes. Okay, so now for the under eyes, this is where it gets kind of tricky. You're going to find that if you use a concealer that's not the same finish as the rest of your foundation, it's going to look very disconnected. So if you have a really matte concealer with a really glowy foundation, you're going to see it looks chalky and dry, and nobody wants dry under eyes, and it just doesn't blend as well. For this is I actually mix two concealers, and one of them is very, very matte, and one of them is a really natural finish. So I take my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and then I mix it with the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. This stuff is like cement on your skin. Like, you put it on and it doesn't go anywhere. It's a great dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. And I will combine both of these for the like most beautiful, long-lasting, hydrated looking under eyes, and I find that it blends really well with the rest of my makeup and doesn't look disconnected, but it covers everything and sits really well on the skin. So I start with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I hit under my eyes this way here, and I'll bring it down around my nose where most people get hormonal redness, and then I'll do the same on the other eye, just like this. Then I take my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Mine is absolutely disgusting because the one terrible thing about this product is that the like little stopper on the inside is not great at preventing product, so it just like kind of builds up around the outside. But the product is good enough that it's worth it. You're going to take your applicator, and I'm just going to dab the tiniest amount on the inner part of my eye there. Then I go in with my damp beauty sponge and I blend all that out. And you'll see that this gives the most beautiful, bright coverage without looking cakey. I hit right up and under, and then I bring it down towards my cheeks, and then I'll hit above my eyes as well because it sets the eyes really well for eyeshadow. So I hope you can see that already, like, the whole face looks like it's coming together. It looks a little bit crazy because I don't have anything else on my eyes, so my eyelashes are gone and it just looks a little weird. But my skin feels hydrated, it doesn't look heavy, it's a very skin-like finish, and my under eyes are covered, my mom bags are gone. You would never know that I was up at 4 a.m. Then to finish it off, I will conceal down my nose, on my chin. I like to bring my Fit Me Concealer only up and under the under my lips here. I find that it gets a little bit more red in the winter, so I'm gonna do that. Now that my skin is looking really good, I've got my concealer on, my foundation. The worst thing is when you go to put on powder after and it just mattifies your entire makeup. I've been testing out a new setting powder, which I am absolutely in love with. I started testing it out on myself and then I bought another one because I loved it so much that I put it in my own professional kit to use on clients because it is so good. It's the Milani Translucent Light, what is this? Light to medium powder. It's just a translucent powder that absorbs oils and it mattifies, but it has the most beautiful luminous finish. And it just like makes you look airbrushed. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with that. I do a little bit of baking under my eyes with this powder as well, and it's beautiful. You wanna make sure that you're not swiping your product right away. You wanna pat your product on, and then you're gonna dust off the excess. So now that we've got a fully covered base, it's looking really good, it still doesn't look heavy. We need to add some more dimension back into our face because we've just canceled out all shadows and everything. So we're gonna add bronzer, blush, and highlight, of course. The bronzer that I'm going to be using today is actually one of my preferred bronzers over any other of my high-end bronzers. The color is beautiful, it's great for all skin types, it doesn't look too red or too orange, it's like a beautiful golden tone, and it is the Milani bronzer in Doulce. Amazing. It is incredible. It's got these really beautiful gold reflex through it, and it doesn't show up shimmery on your face, but it gives you this beautiful, healthy, bronzed look that everybody wants. But you're gonna apply that anywhere that you would apply your bronzer normally. Moving on, I actually do my highlighter before my blush because I find that it really merges the two together a lot more seamlessly than if I were to do blush and then my highlighter. I find that if I do highlighter last, then I just get this like streak that I then have to go back in with my brush for my blush and blend it out that way. So I'm going to be using Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. This, I don't know, like I'm sure you can see this. It is incredible. Like that glow is beautiful. So, and then we're just going to hit anywhere that your skin would naturally glow. So we're gonna go right above here on the tops of the cheekbones. Can we see this? Are we getting this glow? I think we're actually getting it. We'll have to check it in the After Effects, but we're gonna put that on here. And then I like to smile and I apply it just at the tops of my cheeks as well. Just kind of emphasizes my cheekbones a little bit more, or my chubby cheeks. And then on to the next side. Push the bangs back. And we're just, wow, that's a good look. And we're just going to hit the tops of the cheekbones here. And then just a little bit on the tops of the cheeks. Okay, and then I put a little bit on the tip of my nose. I don't like to put it down the center because it emphasizes my nose in a way that I don't really like to emphasize it. But I do put a little bit just on the tip there. And then we'll put a little bit on the Cupid's bow. And if you've got super dry skin, you can hit tops of your chin with like the excess. Now you're looking really nice and glowy and natural. You're not looking glittery, you're looking glowy. Okay, we're getting to the last steps here. Next we're going to be using a blush. My favorite blushes from the drugstore are, again, the Milani. You're going to find I'm using a lot of Milani products because I think they have a really, really great line at a budget rate. It's like one of my favorites. So we're going in with classic, cult favorite, Luminoso blush. It's got a really great sheen to it. It just looks beautiful in any skin tone, and it blends out so effortlessly that you can throw this on in such a hurry and it would still look good. It also goes with any makeup look. Okay, taking my blush brush, going to load up my brush here, tap off the excess, and then we're just going to start by applying it to our cheeks here and then pulling it up towards the hair. And you can see that it just really continues that glow to the skin. Okay. Now it's my favorite part. So we've got our full face on here. It looks fantastic. I think it looks fantastic. And the last step that we're going to be doing is finishing it off with a finishing spray. So there are a couple different options that you can go with. Because we're going for a really hydrated, glowy look, I have been loving the Catrice Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Spray. This stuff doesn't have a very overpowering scent. It's got an incredible glow to the skin that's not shimmery. I find some illuminating face sprays actually are just like glitter on your skin, but this is a really fine shimmer, sheen, so you have to shake it before, and then you're just going to spray it all over, and then let's let that dry. Once your spray is dried, I like to go in with my setting powder one more time, or even just whatever's left over on the brush, and I'm going to set and powder a couple areas on my face that I don't want to look as glowy, because I find that some spots, if it looks too glowy, it ends up looking greasy. So we're going to take our brush, and I like to set just beside the nose here, in this like little triangular area. So I mattify there on both sides, and I haven't put anything extra on my brush. I'm just taking whatever is left over. I go down the sides where my laugh lines are, and then because I have naturally oily skin, I go on my chin here. And that's it. This is our finished look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and finish my eye makeup, and then I'm going to come back and show you the finished product. Okay, and that is the finished look. Glowy, hydrated, plump looking skin that's natural and on a budget. Everything from the drugstore. You can do it. You don't need high-end products. They're foolproof. They work well. I actually prefer them over the high-end stuff anyway. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm coming out with new videos all the time now, so stay tuned for that. As well as give it a thumbs up, share it with some friends. If you got a friend who needs glowy skin, send it to them. It all helps me out so much. You can find me on Instagram at Elyse Moore. I'll put it right here for you. And I hope I see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.